Oh, figured I'd get on. It's raining. Well, it was raining. It's kind of drizzling now. If it was really raining, you couldn't hear me from the rain hitting the tin building. So it's just kind of drizzling right now. So I figured, hell, we'll get on here. You know, their little I don't know what the hell you call it, little rebellion or whatever the Democrats or whatever wanted to do and stomp off like a bunch of little children wanting to get their way. So they give money away to more non-Americans and send money to countries, and the money needs to stay here. Take care of our people. Take care of us. Take care of our country instead of sending it throughout the whole world. I mean, I understand why they do it, but these people hate us all the same. We're gonna give them money to hate us even more. Yeah, what the hell? What I think's interesting is when they sit there and they talk about, oh, we're gonna have a big civil war, because the people were, it's nothing. It's just a delivery guy. But now he's gonna howl. he, he likes the delivery guy. He gives him treats and stuff, and he wants to get out there so he can get a treat. So you might hear him howling in the background. So, anyways, uh, they were talking about the Section 8 housing being cut off and SNAP benefits being cut off, and oh God, we're gonna have a civil war. Boy, don't do this, don't do that. How'd that work out for them? Where's your civil war? See, you're talking to a bunch of idiots. That's what these people are. A bunch of morons. They got to get on here and make some kind of content and try to scare you. And some of them are just trying to scare you so you buy their product. Buy some more 25-year shelf life food so when you bug out, you got, I don't know, 100 pails you got to carry. That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? I mean, these people, they're ridiculous. If we're ever going to have a civil war in this country, they're going to have to piss off the workers, the working man and woman, the ones that get up every day and do things right, pay the bills, you know, the backbone of this country. That's when you better watch out, when you piss them off. Because there won't be any talk, there won't be any blah, blah, blah. Because if they get to that point, they've had enough talk, they've had enough bullshit, they've had enough lies, and things will change, or else. And if they think, they're going to have a few cops bully somebody, that's when you're going to find out the hard way, when all hell will break loose. Because all of a sudden, you attack one of their speakers, one of their people, all of a sudden, it's not going to fare well for them. That's when you know you got a real problem. Like I said before, they've moved tanks and armored vehicles all over the country, preparing for this, preparing for something. Now, if we're going to have a quote reset, like they all want to run around, oh, jump up and down, reset, reset, reset. And I mean, I understand why. If we are going to take the money quote that we owe, roll it over into the digital currency world, and spread it out all over, it's gone. Because when you don't have the world reserve currency, and we won't, that's a detriment to us, having that much debt. Because before, you could just print the debt and pay off debt. You could get in a recession or whatever, and just print gobs and gobs of money and throw it here, throw it there, and buy your way through, pay your way through, whatever you want to call it, through a recession, depression, whatever. When you don't have the world reserve currency to do that, the debt becomes a huge, huge problem for you because you just can't print it out of thin air. So, yeah, they're going to change the system. People, just keep prepared because when they do want you to capitulate to them, they're going to be talking from a position of not just strength, but a position of end all be all. Because there won't be food, there won't be gasoline, there won't be electricity, there won't be medical care, there won't be anything. You'll be sitting there in the dark, hungry, starving, watching your kids starve, watching your friends starve, and there ain't a damn thing you can do about it. And they're going to have the thing locked down, and they'll put you in such hurt that you'll give them anything they want to make it go away. That's a yes, you're in the Antichrist. And that's how they'll issue in total slavery, total communism, whatever you want to call it, all the isms. They'll put such hurt into you that you will give up. That's why you have to prepare. You're a patriot. And everyone, and I mean everyone, has to do their part. No matter what your means are, do the best you can. If you don't own a weapon and you don't want to own a weapon, that's fine. Find out what the most common calibers there are and buy some extra ammo, even though you don't own a weapon. Why? Well, your neighbor might, and he might run low. And all of a sudden, you got bargaining chip. You might be able to get some food. Problem with that is they may use it on you too. Good, decent people won't do that. Good, decent people will be honorable. You see, they think they're going to change this by their bullshit talk, like what I'm doing right now. We're not going to change a fucking thing. God Almighty, He will change it. It's already foretold. It's already foretold. He will change it. Already tells you how it works out and plays. That's why, you listen to all these fucking people and all they do is screw with your mind. Psychological ops. And most of them are so fucking stupid it is unbelievable. Greedy. It's all about lining their pockets. I do not get on here and ask for shit. I don't even tell you to like, subscribe, and bullshit crap like that. People will do that if they want to do that. That's my attitude on everything. I'm not gonna fucking sit here and ask and beg and all that bullshit. If you like what I have to say, you'll like and subscribe. You know the routine. But I'm not gonna sit here and ask. But that's what these people do constantly. And then their stupid ass, what the hell, sponsors. They got to get on here and talk 5 minutes about their sponsors and this and that bullshit about some this and some that. Shit that doesn't even matter. Because, because they're too fucking lazy to go out and get a job. I mean, it's a whole lot easier to sit here and do this, talking to a fucking computer. And then, some people get, I don't, if you've noticed, I don't edit anything. It is what it is. Some people have to make a damn production about it. Whatever. I don't care to do that. Some people read from their scripts and read from their computer and all this and that bullshit. I don't. And I'll tell you over and over, put your trust in God. Only trustworthy, honest, incapable of lying, deceit, everything. Incapable. So put your trust in God. Don't put your trust in me or man. Man's no good. He's a liar. He's a hypocrite. He's all kinds of things. So don't trust him. There it goes. I was gonna say. I know it's yeah, it's about 35 out here. I was gonna say. Didn't want a light right away. But yeah, folks. And I get tired of all this bullshit. And if they change the little picture, or whatever thing, that you put up on the screen to whatever, and they just run with it. It's the same thing, except different person or whatever. Oh, God told me I died for whatever, and God told me where to hide. God told me where to run. God told me, God told me, God told me, God told me. All right? Most of that, I don't believe that bullshit either. I'm not saying God doesn't talk to people, He does. But I believe most of these are just all made up bullshit, scripted crap. People don't talk like they're telling a fucking story. You know, I mean, you read it in a book, it's all it's to kick in your imagination so you can see it, so you can kind of smell it, so you kind of know. When people are telling stories, it's not like that. So when they're telling you this shit on here, it's like, man, just click it off. It's all bullshit. You know, it's all just bullshit. I bet you they could take off. 90% of these people on YouTube, and I don't know if anything would even change. It would still be the same shit or what. If you get your news from here, and you think you're going to listen to this person, I can't even tell you who this moron was. He wrote books. He's written books to tell you how to bring back civilization. He's told you wrote books to tell you this and wrote books to tell you that. Boy, he's so fucking full of himself. God wrote a book through his apostles. Too good to read that? Too good to understand it? Moron. They're going to get out here and tell you all about this and all about that. It's all smoke and mirrors and lies, people. They'll do as they damn well please and fuck you. Oh, but the Constitution, what about the Constitution? When you're looking down, I don't know, the barrel of, I don't know, a platoon or a goddamn, F-35 or whatever, 22, flying over your fucking head with, I don't know, bombs that'll blow you to oblivion. What's the fucking piece of paper mean? What's that worth? Nothing. But if you believe in God and you trust in God, you're not afraid to die. What do they do with that person? What do they do to the person that's not afraid to die? Because God Himself, he trusts in God. He believes in God. All the bullshit constitutions and all the bullshit declaration, all the law, all their bullshit, their money, their gold, their silver, all that crap means nothing to the righteous that follow and believe in God. There's many stories in the Bible where they came to attack. They saw things that they were like they couldn't explain, and they left. Jericho circling the city, blowing trumpets. God again. How do you fight that? You can't. When God can make the universe and everything in it, you can't fight that. I'm telling you, people. All these morons are going about it the wrong way. I mean, maybe I'm going around the wrong way too. I still say, well, you have time, keep preparing. And believe, trust, pray. Above all, be grateful. Because it's you. You're the reason God did this. You're the reason He sent His Son. You're the reason. It's for the righteous. And for people to come to Him and become righteous. And follow Him and follow His word and His commandments. That's why He did this. Not to follow some stupid ass constitution, some Bill of Rights. Not to bow before a bunch of men that have weapons and a bunch of idiots that have planes and stuff and nuclear blah blah blah. God could take that nuclear weapon and it wouldn't detonate if He wanted it not to. And it could detonate, but everything could just be sitting there just pristine as could be. And when the smoke clears, they'd be like, what the hell just happened? Exactly. You learned a vital. You learned something. The Creator. You can go dig yourself in the deepest damn bunker in the whole world that's super, super secure and blah, blah, blah. And God's right there. Because you're arrogant. You know, no man's got another man right to tell another man how to live. And that's exactly what we got. We have a government, and not just a federal, but a state and a local, and even HMO, you know, homeowners. So it got all these fucking people, agencies, and everything else out there telling you how to live your life, and they don't have the right to do that. Not, but fuck, not at all. You're just a slave and don't even know it. Well, society has to have rules. You know, it does. God's rules. You wouldn't like it. When God rules, and He's going to, total rule. You better know the way. Better know the way, the path, and know how to be righteous. At least God won't tolerate your misbehavior. Right now, He gave you free will, but there's going to come a time when He's like, you know what? Yeah, you know what? You ain't going to like it. So, folks, I want to get off here. I got things to do, but I figured I'd just pop on here real quick and quit listening to these fools. That's what they are. They're fools. They don't want to tell you the truth. And the truth of the matter is, they're all a bunch of fools and hypocrites. So, y'all take care.